Okay, I'm making a pork chop recipe. Not real sure what I'm gonna call it yet, but it should be pretty tasty. Got soy sauce and honey in it. So this is how we're gonna start it. Let me show you the first step. So the first thing you do is, so your pork chops won't curl, is score the fat slightly. This will help it not curl when you're browning it in the pan, and make it stay a nice shape. So do that to both of them. Now I'll go ahead and lightly salt and pepper each side to taste. To me, you can always add salt later. So, you know, add a little salt, add some fresh ground black pepper, and we'll get that ready to put in the pan and do both sides. And if you see any moisture on the meat, make sure you dry it off. They'll just help it brown a lot easier. All right, on a medium-high heat, this is 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and we'll get that up to temperature first. And go ahead and add the meat to it. And we're going to brown each side for about 2 minutes. My pan could probably be a little bigger, but I think I'll be able to make it work. And once you get that side, we'll go ahead and flip it. And we'll get a nice little brown on this side for 2 minutes. Alright, after 4 minutes total, go ahead and take the pork chops out and just set them to the side. Like I said, we were just wanting to get a nice little brown on it. And this is going to be the sauce when we pour on top of the pork chops. We got a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. You can certainly leave that out if you don't want it. We got a 1/4 of a cup of chicken broth, a 1/4 of a cup of soy sauce, and I'm actually using the Crystal brand Louisiana hot sauce, Louisiana soy sauce made by Crystal, and a 1/4 cup of honey. So we'll go ahead and mix all that together. All right, at this point we'll go ahead and add a teaspoon of minced garlic, you know, about 1 clove. And we're just going to kind of brown this for about 30 seconds, just to get a slight brown on the garlic. Alright, now we're going to add our mixture that we made to it. And we're going to cook this for about 5 minutes until it slightly starts to thicken up a little bit. And basically when it starts to simmer, go ahead and start timing it. About 5 minutes. Okay, that was about 5 minutes. It thickened slightly. So now we'll go ahead and do the next step. And at this point, go ahead and add your pork chops to a little baking dish. And they may touch a little bit, but that's okay, I think. And we're going to add the sauce to it as well. And pour your mixture over the top of it. And we'll get that ready to put in the oven. And we'll bake this at 375 for 10 to 15 minutes, or until we get to an internal temperature of 145. So in 10 minutes I'll check it with my meat thermometer and see where we stand. And I checked it at the 10-minute mark. It wasn't quite done yet. And as it's cooking, you can kind of take a little bit of the sauce and put on top, you know. And I'm going to probably let it go about 13 minutes or so. Alright, that was around 14 minutes, and it's a little bit past 145, so that's good. You don't want to overcook them. So I'd say about 150 is probably about a medium, so that's plenty good. And so the pork chops stay nice and hot, go ahead and transfer them to a plate, and then cover it with a bowl. I'm gonna use a stainless steel bowl, and that'll keep it hot. All right, now we'll go ahead and transfer the gravy to a pan here. And once it starts to simmer, go ahead and put your fire on a low heat. Just keep it barely simmering, and then, like I said, cook it about 2 to 3 minutes. And use a little whisk to kind of keep it from getting clumpy. So my sauce actually thickened up a little bit more than I wanted to. So I'm gradually adding just a little bit chicken broth to it. You can use water as well, just to kind of like not get it quite as thick, because I'll be eating this over rice. So, you know, just adjust it to however thick you want it. And like I said, it only takes about 2 minutes to cook, 2 to 3 minutes. And I'd say for the last 30 seconds, put your little bit of green onion tops in there. These are frozen. If you had fresh ones, you can actually do it like right when you're ready to serve it. But mine are frozen, so I did it like the last, 30 seconds just to get them warm. You don't really want to cook them too much. Give it a little color. Good idea if you want to now, if you want to taste it. It definitely got a little heat to it with them red pepper flakes, so that's good. That's gonna be good over some rice. So I'd say at this point we're done. Got a nice thick gravy. I have this with some rice and my pork chops. So let me get it plated up, and we'll see what we look like. All right, let's go ahead and get our pork chop on the plate there. I believe I can handle 2 of these. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm gonna add my little gravy back to my little sauce I made. Ain't no sense in wasting that. And we got our white basmati rice back here. Add a little bit of the gravy to it. And of course you gotta add a little bit of that gravy to your pork chops. Ooh, boy, that's gonna be good. Something different than just pork chops with salt and pepper. I think this could be a good little meal. Well, let's give it a little taste, see what we got here. I'm gonna try a little bit of the rice and the gravy. Ooh, that's a nice thick gravy. That is delicious. And that's just a little bit of green onions I sprinkled on the outside of it. Didn't have to do that. Very good. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Thanks.